Well, you mentioned Elon Musk.
Yes.
Since the last interview, I interviewed his father.
Absolutely.
Errol Musk.
I know that was interesting.
I did the interview in South Africa, actually. Yeah.
I know that was interesting.
Yeah, really got to learn about, about
Tell us
Elon.
something. I didn't see that on your show.
Yeah,
So
no,
what
there
did you learn?
Well, I mean, one thing he said, because, everyone likes to have the struggle story when they're younger. Oh, I struggled, I wasn't rich like this. His dad said, Elon rode in Rolls-Royces and flew private as a teenager.
By the time they were 7, 8, 9 years old, I had given up Mercedes-Benz cars. I had moved on to Rolls-Royce cars. So they only rode in Rolls-Royce cars, if you understand. They knew that if you wanted to go somewhere, you got into a twin-engined aeroplane that belonged to you, and you flew there. And then you landed on your airstrip, and you went to your lodge, if you understand. They weren't like other kids.
We had money. He had like emerald mines and businesses and everything else like that. And he was making money.
Right.
I mean, he wasn't like Elon rich, but nobody's Elon rich. He's the
Yes.
richest man in the world. But he had money, and the kids basically lived a good life. And in fact, like Errol even gave Elon some money for his early businesses, which he got back, with profits and everything
Yes.
else like that. But, he had help. He had help. But Errol is sort of an interesting guy in and of itself, because at one point he got remarried, and his wife at the time had a 4-year-old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Years later, he got her pregnant. And
Who did?
Errol Musk.
Okay.
And there's like a 46-year age difference between the two of them.
Okay.
So a lot of people were kind of...
He got the kid?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
And who did the kid belong to?
His ex-wife. That was his stepdaughter when she was 4. And, at one point they got divorced, and then, his wife got remarried and whatever. She had other stepfathers. But years later, when she was like 20-something years old, she got into hard times. He sent her some money, and then, she came back. They started like living together or whatever else, and then she was pregnant. And he had 2 kids by her. And when I asked him about this, I said, well, a lot of people are going to be upset over this, the age difference, the fact that she was your stepdaughter.
Yes.
When she was a baby.
Yes.
He said, no rules in love and war.
I don't even know how to think about something like that. I just know I'm against it. But every man, I don't know. I only have words for that one, Vlad. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I would never even think about, because, you raise kids and the type of relationship you have. It's a baby, and even if it's not your baby,
Yes.
you're still a father figure. And then to turn around and be having sex with that person later on.
And 2 kids.
Yeah.
The mother of that child, I would love to know how she feels.
So, yeah, I asked him what he thought about what the daughter's mother thinks about this, and he said she was cool with it.
Well, oddly enough, her mother and I had been separated for so long, and her mother was married again, to another chap who unfortunately was killed in a car accident last year. I mean, the drama just doesn't end. But at any rate, at the time, she was married. She had no interest at all. And, there was no problem.
She's like a granddaughter.
They all insane.
See, but here's the thing, though, right? I think this is what's underneath the seams that people aren't talking about. I asked him if Elon supports the family financially, because he's the richest man in the world, right? He's worth like whatever, $400 billion. It's an amount where it's hard to even fathom how much money that is, right? He said that there's a fund where every person in the family gets a certain amount of money, and if it's a woman, they get a little more money. If they have kids, they get even more money. If they're single, there's a little more money. If they're married, a little less money. But essentially, there's a fund that Elon put together where everyone is financially taken care of. So I don't think anyone's really going to try to rock the boat too heavily, because I think they know they piss off Elon, that money will stop.
I love the setup to take care of people like that.
Yeah, it's kind of an ill setup.
I love that.
I'm kind of thinking I might do the same thing at one point.
I love
you
that.
know?
I love that.
Yeah, just the fun. I mean, think about it. He doesn't even have to put money into it. It could just be interest.
Absolutely. I used to tell, I had a philosophy similar to that to guys if they girl wanted to take them to court for child support. Mm-hmm. And the philosophy was, tell the young lady, if you're successful, you got some real money, say, listen, I'm going to put $1 million to $5 million into this trust, and you're going to live off the interest for 18 years. The interest is going to pay you your child support. Mm. Everybody wins, and after 18 years, I get my money back.
Yeah. Yeah, good idea.
It's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man, listen, when you have a lot of money, there's a lot of things you could do.
You sure
without
can.
even spending your money.
Absolutely. And I said that. I said, put your money, put it in a trust or something, and make sure you have an understanding with the young lady. You're gonna live off the interest.
Yeah.
Whatever that interest is, of that $5 million. And you're gonna get that every month for 18, 20, however long we need it. You're good. The government paid the taxes, the interest rather. I get my money back. We're good.